episode number 7. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting. As you saw this past week, we talked about 1.5K on YouTube.
Yeah.
But before anything, we need to address something here. Something that's been, Oscar and I talk a lot. Hey, what's going on? I love you, bro. Whatever. But something that came to our attention that was sent to us by multiple listeners. That means a lot right there. We've got other podcasts in the podcast community taking our stuff.
Yeah, it took our shit, man.
It's annoying.
And they didn't even give us props for it.
No, nothing. Just straight up,
That's
just
trash,
took
man.
what we talked about word for word, and they got all this type of clout off of it. And I'm like,
We get
okay. Nothing. What do we get?
Just a man stealing stuff. Just a man doing what he does.
That's crazy, though.
Just a man doing what he does.
Why? That hurt because I'm like, listen, not even like, hey guys, do you mind if we take this? Or hey guys, like
We were inspired or like the shit. Like
Nothing.
give us a
something.
like, hey,
Something.
we inspired you, cool. And I know it was a straight jack because like
Go. Dale.
it's just because like, bro, y'all never had Dominican lasagna, man. Man, y'all never had Dominican lasagna. Shut the fuck, man. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I like cannolis.
I don't. Have you gone to the feast yet? Did you go?
It's pretty dope. I got like a rice ball. Arrocini?
Are rice balls an Italian thing?
Yeah, rice balls.
Oh, rice balls. There's rice bowl.
No, rice ball, and I got like meatballs and shit. I know, you're like, oh, this guy likes balls.
That's not. I was gonna
But
say.
it was good. And I had, what else did I have? I had that's it. Oh, and I had gelato.
I can't stand the feast. I go every year and I get.
It's really intense. It's too many people.
It's so many people. Like it's actually like in my mind, like when you see those videos of like India or like China and people like crossing the streets and it's like crazy. That's what the feast
Organized
is like.
chaos.
It's so bad.
And long lines. And to get money at the ATM, all the Chase banks are full.
Oh no, you got to go to the Chase banks on Chinatown and get the money there and then walk over literally.
That shit, yeah. But other than that, I feel like they should extend it. If they extended it more days,
Yeah,
then you'd have more people.
it's insane.
Be able to go there. And the traffic is bad. The
It's
driving's bad.
But then you got to go with your girl, right? You got to go with your girl.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you got to get them something. So you got to get them a drink. And then you got to wait an hour and a half and pay $20, $30 for one drink. That's all sugar. And then like, I'm hungry. So you got to get them food. It's a whole fucking thing. Next thing you come out, you're $200 minus.
What I do last year I went and me and my cousin, we got a drink.
Yeah.
And then we walked like 5 blocks down and we blessed it. And our drinks were pretty good. We blessed our drinks.
That's the way to do it.
It's the only way you got to do it.
Oh my God. I went to Applebee's last night and I'm there with Val and Logan.
Yeah.
The booth next to us, there's 2 guys like you and I. Maybe, actually, you know what? A little older, like in their 50s, 60s. They sit down. And go,
Damn, bro, you said like us. And
Yeah,
then
that
like 50,
was,
60.
that was pretty bad.
Well, I'm 30. I just said, oh, like us.
That was pretty bad. But last night,
You feel old?
we'll get there.
Yeah.
But they sit next to us. So I go there. Applebee's. I'm with Logan. I'm with Val. And these 2 gentlemen sit next to us. They're in their 50s or their 60s. And they order 2 lemonades. And the lady comes, thank you. And then they start giggling. Dude, the guy takes out a fucking vodka and pours it into his lemonade. So like that makes me think that these like guys were like,
And then you drove home.
they've been doing this forever.
You see, that's how I look at it. This guy's already like a little old and he's driving home now. With some spiked lemonades.
Yo, but they were like,
on the LIE.
it's like, nah, what made me think?
On the LIE
was like,
buzz.
these guys are like, dude, they've been doing this for years. Cause like they know that they're older, so no one's gonna like really question them. Like no one's gonna be like, oh, you're coming to Applebee's and spiking the
Oh, do you
lemonades.
think they're married?
Them
They
too?
got like a little hall pass to go outside and go to Applebee's. And...
Nah, I don't like to each other. It's like with like.
No, like they were like, fuck it.
Oh, like they're. I think
The
that's
wives
what,
let them
yeah.
leave the house,
That's what
like,
they do.
alright.
They tell their wives, they're like, hey, I'm gonna go to Applebee's. Like
I'm gonna have
just gonna be with Mike tonight.
I'm gonna have 2 for 20 with
Yeah,
Mike.
two for 24, Mike. Might get
Mike.
crazy, 2 for 34. Like, I'll do that with Mike. And they know when they get there, it's on site. Like, they got there. They said, can I get 2 lemonades? As soon as they and so nice. Oh, hey, how are you?
You know what it is, bro? You're never too old to drink.
That's true. That's one of my things. Like, I asked.
And you're never old. Old is a feeling. You're right.
Are you? Do you get gray hair or no?
Nah, my beard. I'm starting to get the salt and pepper beard.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I have a whole patch
No,
of
I have
gray
no gray
right
hairs.
here.
I barely have hair. So let's just say that. But yeah, I'm starting to get salt and pepper beard. Like 1, 2, 3.
You don't get.
Yeah, if you look closely. But the thing is.
No, I like have a little like. Whoop.
No, I don't got nothing, bro.
You want to jump right into me being like 30 and like yeah.
Bro, so like, you get into it.
Let's
but
talk
like,
about it.
you think about it. God is cruel.
Okay.
Because like, when you're young, nothing bothers you. You don't have no pains. As you get older, when's the last time you had a pepperoni pizza?
Like, Sure, recently, but yeah.
Because it gives you heartburn.
Yeah. Oh my God, heartburn is so bad.
Now you get the plain pizza.
Yeah.
I used to love pepperoni pizza. I don't like it no more.
You can't do it no more.
That shit
Heartburn.
bothers me.
Heartburn.
I never had heartburn until.
It lasts all day.
Yeah, and that shit sucks.
It's so bad.
And then like as you get older, you start losing hair. But guess where you get hair? In your ears. Why? God is cruel. God is cruel. Like, I'm losing hair up here, and then I look in the mirror, and I start seeing, like, little fucking hairs coming out my ear. I'm like, what the fuck?
My nose.
Long, though. Mad long.
No, my nose.
Like, and it starts curling,
my
too.
Nose,
I'm like, God.
My nose gets so much hair.
It's crazy, right?
So
like,
bad.
in a day, you wake up.
And after you do, like, the thing.
You start sneezing crazy.
It's so bad, bro. I appreciate it. This is why we have
That's
this.
how I know God is cruel, though. Because, like, when you're younger, like, God says, let me give you hair. And he goes, let me take that hair and put it in your ears where you don't even need it. Like, no girl's like, oh, look at that guy with his nice ear hair.
That's disgusting.
This shit's nasty, bro. Oh, my God. The other day, I'm like, oh, what the fuck's going on?
Like, but you know what I recently discovered? We're going to talk about the bathroom. Like, I'm all about it, right? There's this thing called Dude Wipes. We're not sponsored, but I'm going to promote this product. Dude Wipes is like baby wipes for men.
Well, for your butt?
For your butt. After you have to take a shit, yeah. It is the best thing in the world.
Wow. What is that?
It's like minty. It's so good. I don't know how to explain, but it's like mint. It's like mint in your butt.
Boy, yeah.
Bro, it feels so good. Like I truly, I kid you not.
No, I use wet wipes when I,
For how long have you been doing that?
About a year.
Yeah, right? Okay, I'm right on pace because I'm turning 30.
But minty?
They're
scented?
minty, yeah, but they're so...
What do you like about it?
It's just
you want Bengi in your asshole. That's what you want. Bengi in your asshole. So when the wind blows, you go,
bro,
woo!
You don't understand. Like, it is like I can't like
Bengi on your asshole.
Bro, like
go home tonight, put Bengi in your asshole. I bet you there's
I can never go back to wiping my butt without a wet wipe.
What happens when you get a bidet?
Oh man, that's a different.
That's next level wealth.
Yeah, what if I like it?
Whoa. That's why I wouldn't get a bidet, to be honest. Because like that's weird. Having a little stream of water hit your butt? No, I'm good, bro. I'll pass. No one's putting water in my butt. Sorry, that's not how that goes.
Stupid.
It's not happening, man. Sorry. The most I'll do is a wet wipe, and that's because you want to be sanitized.
Wait.
Good. I use wet wipes for everything. Like on my face too. I'll shower and I put after I shave, I hit myself with the wet wipes.
I've been like, another big thing is like I don't have a lot of facial hair, but now I'm getting older. I'm trying to get a little bit more. I'm becoming a man.
Yeah.
So I'm like, before I used to be like, don't use shaving cream. I not use shaving cream because I have to.
What do you mean? Why?
I just wouldn't have to. I don't have enough hair to use shaving cream. I just kind of just. Boop,
but now you use shaving cream?
No, I have to. But now it's like I use aftershave, and then what's that green one with the little whatever? It's like the one that's at all barbershops. Like whatever.
I use aftershave because I don't want no bumps or like pimples.
Yeah, I never break out. But like, so one of the things like the butt thing, like just like the wipes have been great. But now that I'm turning 30, I'm really just like, here we go. Like this is it. Like my brother, like the other day, I'm just seeing my brother watching TV, just watching football, and he's just like, you're gonna be 30. He's like, you're old as shit.
What happens when you're 30 is just like
I look at him.
No one tells you.
Oh
like,
no.
The things that no one tells you, like no, I'm not saying it's like a drastic change, but you start feeling pains that you never used to feel.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Like you have neck pains, like your neck be cracking. That shit ain't sexy, man.
I coach my kids team, right? I coach my kids team, and like I squatted down today, and like my lower, I thought like I ripped something, and I was just like, oh my god, and they're like, you good, Coach Ron? I was like, I've literally never been better. Guys.
And you have to actually stretch. Like the other day, I'm with Mia,
yeah,
and we go to the baseball field. We just start running, just to run.
Oh no,
she likes running.
You're crazy.
And at the bottom of my feet start hurting. I'm like, do I have plantar fasciitis? That's some old people shit. Anyone that knows plantar fasciitis, that's like the little things where you have your arch support. That shit right there, it starts hurting you.
Oh,
that's that shit takes people out.
Yeah,
our pulls. That's why
well,
it took them a while, but because your foot.
The big thing for me is the heartburn thing. Like heartburn has never been a thing for me, and it's
me
like
neither. Yeah, I never had heartburn.
Bad.
Now I have it, and it's like now I can't eat certain foods after a certain time.
I look forward to taking a Tums. Like, oh my god, it feels good.
Or a Omeprazole. I be knowing that.
Yeah, you're old as shit.
Nah, but yeah, when you get older, man, it's just you're not prepared for it. It just hits you like this, and then you're like, fuck.
Well, I don't think I'm old either. I think 30 for a guy is a lot different than like 30 for a girl.
Oh, man.
From a guy's perspective, no, because like from a guy's perspective, if we're being honest about it, like now, and the good thing is we have kids.
Yeah,
we've got good careers, so it's not like a thing where it's like, oh, they don't have it. Like if you don't have a kid by 30, it's a bad thing, but it should be on the horizon. No, again, we spoke about it before here.
I feel like a lot of people don't want kids. That's the overwhelming. That's like the overwhelming opinion is like no one wants kids.
Yeah.
People are like, I'd rather travel the world than have a child.
Okay.
And I'm not mad at it if that's how you feel. Like at least you're being responsible and not having kids. Like, but a lot of people I talk to do not want kids.
Okay.
They see the news and they're like, oh shit, global warming, microplastics. They're mad paranoid. I don't want a kid.
Bill Gates is out here doing whatever.
Yeah, you know, the vaccine. I don't want a kid.
Okay.
So like, I get it.
Okay.
And then you have those other people that be like, I need a kid. That's part of my life. That's how I leave my legacy for the world.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you want a kid.
No.
You want another kid?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah. But it's not a legacy thing. It's because like I love to do things with my kids. Like with my kid. Like I'd love to do that.
But like, I'll give you the example. You're having your son's birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many kids do you have for his birthday party if you were to throw one?
Right now?
His age.
Oh, like for my friends?
No, his age.
Oh. Well, he plays sports, but it's tough. It's hard.
Exactly. If you play sports, it's easy. But and the thing is, you'll throw the party. How many kids are actually gonna come? These kids don't be coming to parties.
Yeah,
my daughter gets invited to parties. I'm like, I can't work and stuff. And that's why I always travel with my daughter because when she was younger, I couldn't throw parties because I had no friends her age.
So the kids' birthdays are coming up for Oscar now.
Yeah.
Right. How like 5. I mean 6, 10.
About to be 10 years old. Bro.
Double digits.
10 years old.
What has changed from like Logan turning 6? How is like birthday shopping for a 6-year-old versus a 10-year-old?
At 10, they start becoming more like digital and stuff. Like,
yeah.
What are you gonna get them? The newest iPad. They start thinking they like things that you like. Like, oh, I want a new iPad.
Yeah.
I want they might want systems, but like that's becoming outdated. Like having a video game system. So it's all about apps on their phone, virtual money, Minecraft, Roblox.
So like $100 on Apple does more than like
oh my god, buying an actual physical gift because they'll look at it like, oh, this is so cool. They don't really care.
Yeah.
They're not really rocking with it. So that's what I would say. I would say like a 5-year-old, you could buy them anything. Like you could be like, oh look, I'm gonna get you this wrench, and like, oh my god, I got a wrench.
No, like with Logan,
I'm show their friends.
Parents, quick little tip for you: like when you have them, even before like while they're still pretty young, you do all their Christmas shopping like in October, September.
I never do it.
Really?
I'm always last minute shopping.
Yeah, and then your shit gets that thing happened, and then
yeah. I mean, one time they stole my the December 23rd. I got so many gifts prepared. I bought on Amazon.
Yeah.
And some dude he just pulled up with confidence, grabbed it off my front porch and just
left. And Mia had nothing for Christmas.
No, I had to go to Target real quick, drive and get some like a digital camera because she wanted to be a vlogger.
Yeah.
That didn't last too long. But yeah, man.
That didn't last too long.
But yeah, you know, because kids like YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, when my daughter was 5, I could just go. I go to the LOL surprise.
Oh yeah, get whatever you want.
Doll and just get her everything there, or I would go to Target and get anything Barbie related. Elsa, Frozen. Now,
you can't do that no more.
Like my daughter has Air Force Ones, and she's like, "Oh, I got the Air Force Ones." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Nah, it's for real.
Yeah, she got Air Force Ones.
She
got Vans, Air Force Ones. Yeah.
You take care of her.
No.
She extra Jordans yet or no? Are Jordans still like a thing for kids? Like, do they still like them or no?
I don't know. I think that's something like it's kind of like.
Well,
it's not like our generation is different. You like Jordans now. These kids like Dunks.
I'm
not into the Dunks. I'm not into the dunk craze.
Really?
I'm not into sneakers.
You were a really big sneakerhead.
I know people don't believe that.
Nah, you really were out there.
That was a long time ago. But yeah, I used to like sneakers.
You still have your big sneaker collection? Or did you
I'm trying to sell it. I don't know how to sell it. Someone teach me how to use StockX, GoatX, whatever it's called.
GoatX.
StockX, Goat. What's the other one?
Yeah.
Offer Up.
Yep, you got it.
There's one more.
eBay.
eBay, and there's one more that everybody sells the stuff on.
You got some heat.
Day of the Dead Dunk SBs. They're like a little.
I'll give you $75 for them right now.
Bro, they're worth $800.
All right, well, good luck selling them because I'll give you $75.
They were only made in Mexico, and I got them. How I get them? I convinced them that they were ugly. I'm like, you don't want those. I'm like, matter of fact, I'll give you that with another sneaker for $100. That's how I got them.
You're a piece of shit. You're in the wrong field. You should have been in sales. Shit.
I knew the word. They were not coveted yet. No one cared about them. But I saw them. I like the design. I like how it looked. I want them. But that's how it was sneakers.
So let's talk about
it was like drug deals. You had to like meet up under the train station.
Oh yeah.
I remember one time I got fucking.
What would you do, right, when we were younger to go buy a pair of sneakers? Like if you had to go buy from someone that was selling, like how would you like?
The old way of doing it?
Yeah, the old school.
How do kids do it now?
I think now you just go to StockX and go and buy it, and the price is the price. But back then you had to go to Queen Center Mall with your boys, a guy looking out, a guy in the whip ready. You had to like it was crazy.
Yeah.
And now
it was the time. So I used to get sneakers.
Yeah.
What you had to do was no one really cared about retros like that. Well, when I got into it,
Yeah.
like my boy put me on. He's like, yo, you like these? He's like, I'm like, yeah. He's like, the only way you get them is, they came out 8 years ago, so there's no way they're not gonna be resold. So you have to like find someone who's selling them. So you could do eBay. eBay was the only way of doing it. Or I would go on this website called, I don't know if it still exists. There was Nike Talk forums, and ISS forums. You would go on it, someone would have it. You'd be like, oh, I'm selling Columbia 17s, Air Blue 17s.
Yeah.
You could probably put the picture of it. And then you'd be like, oh, I'll give you this much for it. And he'd be like, all right, meet me at Queen Center Mall.
Yeah.
You would go with the money, bang. Or like, meet me under Chambers Street.
Oh my God.
I mean, back in the day, phones didn't work down there, and you didn't have phones. You would call, like, I'm gonna be there by this time.
Yep.
Meet up, and you'd be like, you him? Yeah. Or you could get robbed.
Yeah. Because they knew that's what you had to go by with your friends.
I remember I bought fucking Carmine 6s by the old McDonald's by Queen Center Mall. Remember how Queen Center Mall was like that?
Yeah.
The outside was I bought them there. I remember I bought.
What's the funniest place you ever bought sneakers at?
Under the train station. Literally underground, like Chambers Street. Like I was walking, the guy's like, I'm gonna be here. So I'm walking towards, I think it was High Street or Chambers Street. And I'm walking down, and I seen a guy with like a suitcase.
Yeah.
Young kid. And I'm like, you here with the sneakers? He's like, yeah. And then we looked at each other.
He's like, you're not gonna rob me? You're like, we're here to, okay.
Because you had to be prepared for anything. You in your head, you were like, either he's gonna rob me or I'm gonna fight him because he's gonna try and rob me.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And I give him the 180 and that's it. I'll take it and just walk. Because at the end of the day, they could give you the sneaker and then rob you later on.
Yeah.
You always had that going on. So you would bring a boy along sometimes.
Yeah, so a guy looking out or something, yeah.
Yeah, people do that. And now, now it's changed. Now with the facility of StockX and all that, it's getting a lot. And then Flight Club back in the day was only one store and it was downtown Manhattan.
I remember.
And they used to, we went there in 06. Damn, which one I age. Let's just stop talking right now.
Bro, 06.
2000s. Remember that time we used to, so like we used to go there on the A train, or the J, right? Get off, go to Flight Club, and walk in the store and be like, "These are fire. These are fire. I want these. I want."
Can't buy them.
Yeah, we just look
Can't
at
buy
them.
them. Can't buy them.
And after we had the money, and then afterwards be like, "Yo, you saw how fire they were," and look at them like, "Yo, I can't wait to make money to get these." And then that was.
We were out here
chilling in the city.
So let's talk about it. Here we go. That's what we did when we were 16, 17, 18, right? What would you, if you could go right, if you had right now, right? Like I gave this some thought. I'm about to be 30. I gave this some thought. What are some things that I would tell my 18-year-old self? Because we spoke to people about it, right? People wrote, and thank you for everyone that wrote to us. Like, it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. We read everything I wrote too, by the way. We read it.
Yeah, no, it means the world. But like, what would you tell your 18-year-old self? And I look back, I'm like, what was I doing at 18? At 18, I was already going into my. At 18, I was going into my freshman year of college. I started college at 17, and then I turned 18 while I was my freshman year. So I'm like, what was like some big things I would look at, right? I'll start it off. I'll kick it off. At 18,
you take this, because 18, man.
At 18,
that's a baby.
You're finally out of high school.
Okay.
You're finally like out here. You have your independence. You've got a little bit of coin in your pocket. You're meeting new people. And there was always parties. There was parties every night because you're going. I went to school in the city, so there's parties left, right, whatever. The biggest thing I would say is that at 18, I wish like somebody would have told me like, yo, there's like, live to fight another day. Like, you don't need to go to this underground party on a Tuesday night. Like, you don't need to go do that. Or like, on where we lived on our block, if you weren't doing something with everybody, you were like outcasted because you felt out. You felt like you weren't part of it. So like, you had major FOMO. So like, if you weren't out with us on Thursday night getting drunk on the stoop or whatever the fuck we were doing, like, you like, but like, I wish I could go back and be like, you don't need to do that. Because there were some nights that you like beg your parents to go out. You're like, please, I want to go. All right, go. And then you're like, this is what I came out for. Like,
I don't know, 18-year-old me, what would I tell myself at 18? I'll probably just say go like, you're not just limited to John Jay. Like, take out the loan. Biden's gonna forgive it. Take out the loan. Go to University of Miami. Turn up. Or go to University of Colorado.
Whatever, yeah.
Or Albany and go crazy. Not go crazy, but like, expand your horizons instead of just being in the New York City bubble.
Did you have that, by the way? Did you have like a person in your school who was like top of the class? Hang on, top of the class. She was doing all the right things, and then they got a scholarship to go to a big school, and they went there, and then their life just went.
I'll be honest, no. It's a big school. I went to my high school had like 3,000, 4,000 kids, bro. That was like a small town, and I don't know who did the best, and I didn't care who did the best because like you were in your own lane. Like I didn't. You could be like, oh, I got a 90 in this, and I got a something in your SATs. I'll be like, yo, good for you, bro. I don't care.
I don't care.
You know, because I saw people that like I saw some people that were really smart, and then like.
But I think that's
you went to college and turned up.
I think that's one of the things, right?
I got serious at college because in high school, people knew me as like someone that didn't take school serious, and then like. Later on, they would see me in college sometimes, and they'd be like, "Yo, you what? Like they'd be like, yo, Oscar, what's good? Like
you in school?
Like,
you doing this?
Yeah, but like, yo, what happened to you?" And I'm like,
"What do you mean what happened?
Bro,
I've always had a brain. Like I've always been here."
And they're like, "Yeah, but you used to be out." And I'm like, "Bro, it was high school. Like now it counts." That's how I always looked at it. Like, when I graduated high school, most people were like, "Oh." They got it, like their parents gave them a car, or something.
Yeah. No.
My parents were like,
my parents took me to fucking LA on fucking.
Bro, I went to Applebee's, my guy. My parents went to Applebee's, like Applebee's.
Yeah, you congratulations.
And then I remember I was like, all my friends were like hyped, like, yo, we did it, son, we did it. I'm like,
I saw kids getting cars and all this shit, and I was like,
what the fuck? I remember kids were like, yo, we did it, son, we did it. Like they doubted us, and I'm like, bro, you literally just had to be there for attendance for high school. What are you talking about, bro? There's no one, like everyone was against us. No, they wanted. The dean made sure you went to class.
Bro, yo, at our school, dog.
My school's ghetto though.
Nah, in middle school, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, our school, and people who went to my school know this. One of the main things that like. It was a private school, whatever. But one of the main things that they did was like, hey, listen, if you come here, our graduation rate is 99.9. Like everyone graduates. Like if you come here, like that was like the selling point for a parent. What parent doesn't want their kid to graduate? What they didn't tell you was that like at the end of every semester, they would like a week left in school. They would come into your classroom and the principal would be like, whoever's missing class, and she had a list. And they would take you and put you in the gymnasium with all these desks, and you couldn't leave the gym until all your work was done.
That's fire.
So you like there was no way you could flunk.
I like that. That's how school should be.
Bro, they were like, just come in here. And they're like, all right, everyone in there. So I would go in there with all my friends because like all of us were little shits. Like, all right. And you were just there just doing work. At one point, like we had a kid that was he was so smart. He's a lawyer now. He was so smart. He's a lawyer now. But he was so smart. And his move was that because he was smart, he knew teachers knew he was smart. So his penmanship was so bad that he would write stuff and it was so illegible.
Yeah. But
they knew he knew what he was talking about, so they would just pass him. They would just give him A's, and he was like, he literally would just scribble. Scribble.
That kid was a beautiful mind.
Pretty much, he's a lawyer now. He's
like,
defending
what the
people.
fuck is he writing?
All right, so number one,
writing hieroglyphics.
I'd be like, yo, that. The second thing.
I was just saying one thing. My school was like, you know how my school. I know my school was like.
Yeah.
I want to say it was ghetto because it was like, there was some fly people in my school, so it wasn't like people weren't like missing meals. But there was a lot of like behavior that wasn't deemed.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I think I graduated was like 50 or 40. I'm not even lying to you, I'm not even lying.
That's insane to me.
It was like 40. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, well, bro, my zone school, Franklin K. Lane, our zone school, the graduation rate was NA, not applicable. I swear to God, bro. If you went on the high school books, it was NA, and that school doesn't exist anymore. It's like school had metal detectors, and you had to pay the deli $1 for them to hold your phone. Because you couldn't bring your phone in.
Oh
my school had pop-up metal detectors, and when that would happen, you would put your phone around the belt, put it in your book bag, and then it wouldn't get detected.
I couldn't even think about that. Like metal, I couldn't even like imagine that.
Yeah, I lost my phone one time, but yeah, because they took it from me. But yeah, man, I remember fucking like when we were about to graduate, the dean comes and he goes, you know, like when you graduate, you put the tassel to like the left side. He goes, literally, we're about to all line up. He's like, everybody, get ready. You got to put your tassel to the crip side. Nah, he's like, it's the left side. I'm like, bro, are you serious? It's not like this. But it was funny. I was laughing. Everybody was laughing. Like, yo, you funny, son. And that's it.
Yeah.
That was my school.
The principal's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like, never again.
They wanted us out of there.
Do you think you could be a good principal?
Nah.
You couldn't do it?
Because, like, New York City schools suck.
Yeah,
shout out to the teachers that can do it, but it just sucks. Yeah. And shout out to teachers who care, because once you get tenured, no one talks about that too. Once you get tenured in a junior city school, you're not getting fired.
Why do I give a fuck?
Yeah, you don't really care no more. Like, fuck these kids.
Yeah.
That's how it is. They don't care.
Smell you later.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you pass. So yeah, these teachers got it hard, and then some of these kids don't care. Some of these kids do not get they don't.
That happened to me one time, bro. I was a little sheltered growing up. I went to private school my entire life. So I went to the YMCA one time, and like we had for a summer program, and there was this one really bad kid, and they're like, we're gonna tell your parents. Like, we're gonna call your house. He's like, my mom works till 9. We'll leave a voicemail. He's like, I get home at 4. I'll delete it. We'll send the letter. I get at home at 4. I'll delete it. We'll tell her to come in. She's like, my mom's not taking off from school. Like, straight up. And I was like, you can talk to an adult like this? Like, this is crazy. Like,
Oh no, bro.
this kid was bad, bro.
My school will tell you, like.
And I remember, like, the counselor was like, I don't know what to tell him. Like, he's right. Like, there's no way for us to get in contact with this kid's mom. And he was like, yeah, like, it was bad.
But I remember we had a teacher. I don't know why he was our teacher. He was
Yeah.
a history teacher.
Yeah.
He was Irish as fuck. He sounded like McGregor. He was a big dude.
He was a big guy.
And the class made him cry. He went into the closets where you put your shit that no one puts their shit in.
Yeah.
And he started crying.
What'd you guys do to this guy?
They were
Don't. What? It was you. You were part of it.
It was,
You
no.
didn't say nothing.
I would just sleep in class. And they would be like, yo, Mr. Reedy's crying, son. And anyone that knows that went to Van knows Mr. Reedy. They know who the fuck that dude is. And he used to come, and he came out. He was like, you guys are so rude and disrespectful. But everyone was wild in that school. Even the nerds were like wild. But I remember they used to like.
Yeah, it's insane.
I remember one time some kid literally put a whole hamburger in my coat.
What the fuck?
For no reason. Like, they were bored. So I'm in class.
Do you remember?
I'm in class and I put my hands in my coat. And I'm like, why the fuck is it? Because I guess
Yeah.
he saw my coat and he put a whole hamburger. They used to take the pizza and throw it at people.
No, when they used to take your book bag and flip it inside out, did you guys do that? Bro, you couldn't leave your book bag outside because they would just take it, flip it inside out, and put all your books in it and zip it. So then you would come out and your book bag would just be flipped inside out.
Bro,
what the fuck?
High school, like, you know,
It was
these
so
kids
dumb.
are bad. I don't know now. They're probably worse.
Yeah.
Like, I remember they made a MySpace page. And every girl who had, like, a nude, they made a MySpace page with all the girls' nudes.
Oh my god.
And they put, like, I think the page is called, God, fuck it. It is what it is. They called it Pops on Blast. Because a girl back in the day.
Oh, it's a pop.
Remember that?
Yep.
Oh, she's a pop. So damn, I don't want to talk about this. But remember, like, you know, I'm in class, and then some kid came into class. He's like, "Yo, it's Matt hot in here. Can you pop open the window real quick?" And everybody was like,
Because they knew.
"Yeah, that shit spread
Pops
like,
on blast, bro.
yeah." And everybody was talking about, "You heard about that?" And it was like, this is back in the days, bro. Like,
Do you remember that?
The
The
psychic
worst.
twos, the
Do
psychic
you remember the
twos.
psychics? Like, again, just for the record, this podcast not a nude sending thing.
Yeah.
Fucked up, really fucked up. But we're gonna talk about what happened because
yeah.
we grew up in it.
Yeah.
But the thing was, like, you would like go in gym class and you would come back and you would have an email forwarded by like 800 people, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
That's why I never understood dudes who get nudes and send them like if you get nudes, delete them after you're done with them. I know guys don't do that. Some guys don't do that.
Nowadays, like,
Delete the shit.
Do
Delete
you
it.
think nudes are like? I don't think anyone sends nudes anymore. I don't think it's like a thing anymore.
To be honest, I don't think
I also
it is.
never understood nudes. I never was
I don't
like a
think
big...
it is, but like, if you do receive them,
There's no...
and once you're done
like,
with that
you
person,
think you
delete them.
as a 30-year-old could be like...
But we're also dirty. You understand? When you're younger, you're like...
Yeah, the wind hits you
And
right
some
away.
dudes, I'll be surprised. I seen some dudes that be like, every now and then, some dude be like, look what I'm working with. And I'm like...
That's awesome, bro.
Like, I don't care. Like,
Bro, but I don't think anyone's like...
no, I saw a grown man. He's like, look what I'm working with.
I don't think I would ever want to be with like a girl that's like...
Sending you nudes?
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
I mean, some dudes ask for them. That's what I'm saying. That's what happened.
How do you even ask? You're like, hey, mama,
I didn't get into it. I'm like,
let me see it.
like I was at work.
You ask?
I was at
What
work.
the fuck?
I was at work doing security, you know, for some established individuals, and some dude was like, "That's what I'm working with right now." Like unwarranted. Like I didn't even ask.
No one needs to see
He's
this.
like, "You see what I'm working with right now?" I'm
Like, bro, we're really happy for you, man.
Like in my head, I'm like, "Does he think? Does he not think? Like I think that he can't get this." But
Yeah.
He showed it to me, and I'm like, "Yo, bro,
God bless you. Like, it's
God bless you,
amazing.
bro. You're the man." And he's like, "Yeah, man."
You know this. I'm just out here doing it.
But dudes do that. But I feel like once you get them and you're done with that person, delete them.
I just don't think nudes are like a. I mean,
Because you know, eventually you're gonna have a child, and you're gonna, you know.
or like Snapchat. Remember when people like would download the app so you can like, because Snapchat for a while let people go crazy. You want to be sending titties and dicks everywhere, have knock yourself out. Then people figured out a way for you to like
So a screenshot.
screenshot without them knowing. And then Snapchat found out about it.
I'll be
I
honest.
had a buddy who found that out, and then his account got locked, and all the people he did it to got notified that he was doing it. And it was just like open season on him, and they were just like, and the person was like, oh, well, whatever.
I'll be honest. So you put me on the Snapchat,
Yeah, a while back.
but I never really.
There's that new thing now.
By that age, I was too old, so I'm like, I can't.
Nah,
do this.
you used Snap for a little bit, didn't you? No,
I did, but I never really I used it for to make funny ass snaps. I was always the funny snap dude.
No, you were really funny. Yeah.
I would make some funny real classic.
Alcohol.
Nah, I'll have some good snaps. But then I never really was big. What was that, Yik Yak?
Oh my God.
You put me
Do
on
you remember
that?
Yik Yak?
You were big on that.
Yik Yak was like essentially a form where you can ask any question to anybody. So be like, yo, you think someone's cute in 11J? No, he's alright. It's cool. And like it was just random people.
It should come back.
No, there's that new thing now.
Be real?
Yeah.
Bro,
It's like, but you have to like send the photo or something like in like 10 seconds. To show
I'm
people.
convinced that we're living in a world now where we all have our own reality TV shows.
Yeah.
And we're all celebrities.
Yeah.
And if you want to get deeper into it, that's why I think the celebrity isn't going to exist too much longer.
You think so?
Because when you start seeing celebrities like a Drake or Bad Bunny so accessible, you start looking at them like how you should be looking at them. They're just like us.
Yeah.
They're
for
not
sure.
different than us.
Mm-mm.
So you start seeing Drake don't be surprised if you see Drake in Lot 45 soon.
That's
Or
crazy.
tonight, because there's an event going on tonight. Fucking DJ Camelo last night. He
Tacos.
was like, yeah, but he was butchering the fuck out of tacos and tequila. Catch me at Lot 67. And then he went again. 5 minutes later, you already know what it is. Gonna be lit. Lot 56. And I'm like,
yo, my man, you gotta get
they're
this
paying
right.
you 30K or whatever K for an appearance, and you can't even get the name of the spot right. But he's supposed to be there tonight.
You're supposed to be there. I will not be there tonight.
I don't know. I'm offset. I'm on vacation, by the way.
Alright, boys.
So you already know.
Why don't we out to Long Island?
You want to go out there?
We out, bro.
Bro, I don't like going out there.
No? Why don't you like Long Island? Well, so you're getting accustomed to Long Island now. Let's
You know
talk
what
about
it is?
that.
Long Island is different, man.
Go off,
Long
huh?
Island's a different. It's
Because you know what's crazy?
So I moved out to Long Island.
Real
so
quick.
for those that don't know.
Yeah, he's out there. now.
I live in Nassau.
I don't.
Long Island.
I
Long,
don't.
you have to say lawn, like lawn.
Long, like your mom.
Island.
Long Island.
I'm from
Here's
Long
the thing.
Island. Nassau, Suffolk.
So I did a lot of most of my high school was spent out there because of baseball, like in Nassau. So I know what's out there. I've done the Hofstra stuff and all that. I know it. So how is it for you now?
No, I just don't like it.
Go off.
Bro, traffic is so bad.
Oh my God.
Bro, why is it so and the thing is, people be like, oh, Long Island's the best. But everyone that lives in Long Island somehow works in New York City. So they all
it's all New
commute. They
York.
all fucking commute. They all commute. And then driving in Long Island, everybody's in a rush because they're all fucking pissed off because they work so far from where they live. So everybody does 97 miles per hour. You know, my girl the other day was like, you drive so slow. She's like, you drive in the city so fast, but when you hit Long Island, you drive slow. And I'm like, sweetheart, you're the cops.
This feds out here. I can't be.
Yeah, the cops, they don't play games. You know, Nassau, Suffolk cops, troopers, they're different.
Yeah.
They come out with a nice pointy hat.
How you doing?
Hit you with a fucking receipt, a Bible of tickets.
Oh my God.
I'm not trying to deal with them. I'm not trying to, No, I'm good. And on top of that, I don't get Long Island. Old Country Road, they're doing 100 on that shit. And then what I noticed about Long Island too is in New York City, we have what? You got the corner store, right?
Yeah.
They got
no, you don't have
the
that.
7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is their corner store.
Oh yeah.
The local bodega is 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
In the city, 7-Eleven is oh shit, they got taquitos, they got shit. 7-Eleven is it's fine eats. You know, you see 7-Eleven open at 1 a.m. or bodega, you go into the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, for sure.
But in Long Island, that shit's readily available. That's what
yeah.
they got in every corner. 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
They love that shit.
That's where you get your beer. That's where you get everything.
Yeah, and then coffee and everything. And in New York, 7-Eleven is not that thing. But over there, that's Long Island.
That's the way
loves
it goes. Yeah.
And then on top of it, over there, everything is it's old school. You can't park in front of someone's house.
Oh no, yeah, that's not your spot.
That's beef.
That's beef.
If you park in front of someone's house, now they want to fight. They want to work with you.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And then on top of that, they're nosy as fuck.
They are very nosy.
Everyone in Long Island knows when you leave your house.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's always looking. If they see you walking, they'll slow down their car to size you up.
And now you, who loves everyone knowing your business, must be the best for you.
I know. And me, who's from the city, someone slows down their car,
I'm about to get shot.
I'm either get shot or you know me or we have problems. So now you got me grilling
Yeah. Why are you looking at me?
Because I'm paranoid. I'm from the city,
Yeah.
Anyone that slows down is like, all right.
Yeah, what's going on?
And I'm not like it's hard.
Isn't it the worst when you go to park somewhere and like there's someone like next to us, like a person walking by and you like literally pull next to somebody and you're like, I'm not gonna rob you. Like this, I'm parking.
But that's another thing. Oh man. So like it goes back to I think we're gonna talk about it next about like the fears of females and males.
Oh yeah, let's go into it right now. Fuck it, let's talk about it.
Yeah, basically like as a male, right? So like if you're a female, you have to watch out for so much.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're a female, right? Getting off the subway, walking, you see a guy behind you.
Oh, it's so
now
bad.
you feel like that guy wants you. And as a guy, you're like,
I just gotta get to where I need to be.
I used to cross the street, but now I look
it's
even
the
more
worst.
creepier.
Oh,
And
it's the
I
worst.
power walk.
It's the worst. It was the worst.
And the girl's like, oh my God.
Did you ever get off the train and like go like let's say you get off the train and you live here, you would go all the way like this
Around the box over.
just to avoid having to walk past somebody because you're like
to not make them feel uncomfortable.
exactly
I do. I used to do that all the time.
all the time.
Or like
My life, like literally my life. It
or
was
the worst is when you get on the train with a girl, like y'all both get on the same stop.
Oh my God.
And then y'all both get off at the same stop.
spot. It's so bad.
And then y'all both get off at the same exit. Like, nah, fuck this. Now you have to chill in the station on your phone.
Real quick, what are you doing?
To not make it feel uncomfortable.
I think like
Or girls,
going back to like
unfortunately, girls have that's the life they live. Like they're in constant attack. Like for example, the other day my girl's like, "What are you doing, man? I'm gonna go to the park real quick." It was like 10 p.m.
yeah.
And she's like, "Must be nice." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "I would never go to the park at this time. Something can happen to me." And I'm like, "Damn."
I didn't think about that.
We could play ball at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Like the world's our oyster for a female. That's because something happens to her, but you ask for it. That's what guys
true.
be saying, or
which is fucked up.
or we could wear. A guy could wear a skirt, but a girl wears a skirt. Oh, she asked for it.
Yeah.
Like certain things we can't. We could behave and
No,
girls
you're right.
can't. Like I don't
So
know.
like, what scares you?
That's the thing. Nothing scares a dude.
Oscar.
Okay, like if I walk into a neighborhood and I hear do 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 do.
No, I was like one big rat in a room and I'm gonna die. No, Oscar, I'll die.
Now if I hear gunshots, I'll be like, I'm gonna go down the next block.
Gunshots? I've been shot at before.
Talk about it.
Did you not know that? I told you, sir.
No.
In Puerto Rico,
You were okay. Continue.
I got lit up. They unloaded the clip on me. No, straight. They hit the wrong house, but I was in the house. I got lit up. How's that my fault? I got shot at.
But I mean, like, let's say you're walking, right?
Bro, I was middle school graduation present. I'm sleeping by the window. I hear do 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 do. I'm like, why are people doing fireworks in Puerto Rico? And then like, I was with one of my best friends, Ryan. His dad comes to me. You guys okay? I'm like, yeah, we're good. Like they're just doing fireworks. He leaves. He comes back. He's like, are you sure you're okay? Next thing I know, there's like cops and everything. The gang in Puerto Rico shot up the wrong house. Like they shot up our
gang in Puerto Rico.
Whatever gang,
singular gang in Puerto
whatever
Rico.
gang just shot up the wrong house. And like there was bullet holes by our window and everything. I was just like, I told people were doing fireworks. This guy fucking Ryan slept through the whole thing.
I remember the next day at school, like, yeah, I just made it.
Now I was like, you know me,
I took
like
9, walked it off.
I was 14, but whatever. Like they you know.
Now when the most scary, not scary, but like it wasn't even scary. I was just fucking.
Or like a rat. Do you know what the
Rats
worst
are
is? Like
scary.
walking home in Bushwick and then a rat walks by. I just run. I'm like I'm fucked.
I'm not scared of. I don't really care about rats. I just think they're cool. When they're that big, I'm like, that's pretty dope.
That's insane.
Like, how they get that big?
That's
Like,
disgusting.
how did they get that big and not get killed?
What do you mean?
Because like you have to grow to that size, no? Because it'd be this small.
Oscar, you're telling me if there was a big ass rat in this studio right now, you would be like, oh,
in
that's
this
cool.
small ass studio.
Yes,
I'll probably just go on the table.
you would go on the table.
Yeah.
That's you being scared.
Yeah, bro. But if I see let's say I go down the block and I see 4 rats. I'm not
You
gonna-
see what I have to deal with here?
But
You
in this
see?
small ass studio, anyone would be like, all right, this shit got rabies. This shit could bite me. That's just smart.
In my mind, I'm like a rat could fly.
Like I remember one time there was a possum on my front stoop.
Oh, that's the worst. Just possum. There used to be possums by us.
It's
Where we
so
used to
ugly. And I had and then like
live. What'd you do? So you're just looking at this possum just on your stoop.
I was just like,
You hit it?
because there was a window. I just smacked the window. And
Oh, you were
he was
inside
just
or
like-
outside?
I was inside. He just went.
Oh, that doesn't count. That
He
doesn't
just
count.
smacked it again. He just went. And at that point, I realized, oh, he's more scared. than
Oh
I
yeah.
am.
No. By us in Ozone Park, like
Yeah, I
where
don't
we
know why,
lived,
it's
we
mad
had
rough.
this like alleyway, which was like very like foresty. Like there was like trees and bushes, so a lot of animals were there.
Crackheads,
We had crackheads in there.
bro. I live on. You talking about the alleyway by my house,
Yeah.
bro?
Are you
there used to be
serious?
some fuckery that used to go down there,
When I
bro.
was little, I used to think I could hang out in there and be like a superhero.
Bro, I remember one time we played hide and go seek through the alleyway,
Yeah.
and then my next door neighbor came out with a shotgun,
That's not true. That's a lie. That's not.
and he literally said, he thought we were gonna rob him. He was an old school dude. He died like 4 years later.
R.I.P.
But he's like, but he was an old school, like World War II veteran and shit like that. And he came out with a shotgun, like, you motherfucking kids. And then we're like, yo, it's hide and go seek, bro.
Can you not shoot me, please?
Yeah, but we were all Hispanic and he was, old school.
I'm doing the world a favor. I'm doing the world a favor. I'm taking care of the infestation problem.
Yeah, basically, that's how he was moving. But, he liked me, though, because,
Yep. Dude, that's one of the things. It's like, bro, when we grew up, like, in the beginning, there was racism, for sure.
Oh, I grew up, 100%.
And now it's not like that anymore. Now it's just it's not.
There's none there, bro. My school, my block is mad Bengali and
Your old block, you can't say that no more.
Yeah. My new block is, I don't even know. There's like, it's mad Italians, and then out of nowhere, so Salvadorians, just because Long Island's run.
They have a lot of
Salvadorians run fucking Long Island.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you go any spot, you see fucking
pupusas, all this
Mama
shit.
Teresa Pizzeria.
How you doing?
That's what you see. Or you see like gelato, and then next door, pupusa.
All right, so let's go back to the 18-year-old because we're kids back then, right?
Okay.
So, the second thing I would be like, hey, at 18, what wouldn't you do? I think I wouldn't let fashion dictate so much of me because less is more, especially like extra skinny jeans.
Oh my God.
I don't think if I can go back and look at my 18-year-old self, I'll be like, hey Ron, you're already $110. Maybe don't wear Levi extra skinny jeans. Like maybe don't do that. Like don't do that. That's really bad.
Yeah, we used to fucking, I don't know, bro.
Bro,
a lot. That's what I used to say. I was a bad bitch in high school because I used to have a ponytail with them tight jeans.
Oh yeah.
I remember my boy Chris was like, "Who's that fine ass girl right there?" I'm like, "No, as a joke." But he said it mad loud in the mall.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, and I turned around. I had the ponytail.
I forgot who I was explaining it to somebody. I was like, they're like, "Oh, how would you pick up girls?" And like, I was talking to Val about it.
Yeah.
Like, how would you pick up a girl like on like trips or like in high school? I was like, "Oh, you had to insult your friend to them almost like killing themselves in front of another girl, and they would be like, you are very funny. I now like you." Like
Yeah,
that's...
I remember my boy. He's like, Caesar. You remember Caesar? I just unlocked the memory in your brain. So I remember one time we were all like 15. He's like, "We're gonna go to the mall and talk to girls."
Like that was
because he was like 3 years older than us, but he was out here. Yeah, he was out here.
Have you? What's last time you?
Huh?
Have you spoken to him like anytime soon?
Oh, I forgot. I spoke to him like 4 years ago.
That's
like,
not
yo,
it.
He's like, "Yo, you doing good, man. I'm happy for you." I'm like, "Thanks, bro."
I wish I could say the same.
No, you're doing good too, man. And then we used to go to the mall.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I'm like, "So what do you do?" He's like, "If you see a girl, like you walk past her, you look at her. If she smiles, that's your goal.
Like that.
You gotta talk to him."
Okay.
And then that was it. So that's what we would do. We just walk on the
And
mall.
then what would you do? Girl smiles at you. What do you do at high school?
I'd be like, my boy's like, "Yo, he'll push me."
Yeah, that was like,
and I'm like, "Now you're embarrassing me. Now you're embarrassing me." And then he's like, "I'll show you how it's done." He'll walk.
Oh, he didn't give a fuck.
But I'm like, but the dude was like 19 and
He
these girls
was
are like
19.
14.
Yeah,
These girls are like 14. Like, bro, you're at a disadvantage, man. Like, I'm over here, they're my age. You're fucking.
I never thought of that. Because we would look at Caesar and be like, yo, he gets so many girls.
But he's older than us.
19.
He was way older than us.
He was so old.
He was just older than the block. Like,
Yeah.
we're all young, growing facial. This motherfucker got a whole Adam's apple. You know what I'm saying? The whole Adam's apple tattoo.
Yeah.
Earrings.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one time, we had beef with some guys on some other block.
Oh my God. Which was just, okay, just to put things in perspective. We lived on a block, right? Let's say we lived on 68th. We had people who had beef with us on 65th. So we would beef with these people.
They outnumbered us because they had like a whole apartment building.
Yeah,
on
they
their
had a
block.
project building. That wasn't that wasn't fair.
We can't fight that.
We can't. We had like 8 of us.
And they had like reinforcements from Far Rockaway. Like, we can't win.
No.
And then
We still like their house.
I remember we egged their house, and then
We were reckless.
me and my
man.
boy, we egged their house, and we're walking back, and then I go to my block, I see a whole army line, like hold the line of just 75th dudes, swinging scooters,
Yep.
and they're like, "Yo, you egged our house," and we were like, "Nah, bro, that was
That wasn't us. That wasn't us.
And then he's like, "Yo, that was you." I'm like, "Bro, that's not even how I move."
Like, how could you even think that, dog?
Like, so why you out of breath? Why you running? I'm like,
I'm
we were
scared.
playing tag.
I was watching Cops.
Because they were gonna fuck us up. They had all intentions of fucking us up.
Yeah.
And then my boy, she's like, that's not how you do it. So he's like, yeah. He's like, I egged your house.
Oh yeah.
And they all chased him. But I think these kids were all 12. He's fucking 18. He's like flinging these motherfuckers like nothing. He's like, yeah, you know, I got my stripes. He's like, yeah.
Did you know that one time?
He was from Brownsville. He lived on Ralph Avenue. I remember one time he's like, yo, let's ride bicycles to Brownsville. I'm like, I bet. I'm in my little mongoose.
Yeah. I remember you Blue Mongoose. I remember yours.
Down Atlantic Avenue, under the underpass, past East New York. I'm in my mongoose. And we drive by some project building, and they're like, yo, that's a nice bike. They see me, a little white boy on my bicycle with Caesar and Justin.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. 30 kids on bicycles start chasing us.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, we had to like drive on traffic.
All the things.
And Caesar's a grown ass man.
He's out here. He's like, I'm about to like.
He's about to be 22, like this. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And we made it. We made
your
it.
bike. I did like your mongoose.
My mongoose was fire.
It was. There was the blue and the white one with the peg.
Yeah, man.
I remember it.
Remember and Haros. Remember the bike craze. Kids don't even know, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Haro, the bike, the
mongoose. The mongoose
BMX,
was the Huffy was good.
Mongoose.
Yeah. I had a mongoose. It was all black.
You went the 4 pegs. You could ride 2 people in the front, 2 people in the back.
The best was like when you would put a shorty in the back, but she was big, so you would be like.
And your tire go flat.
Your tire go flat.
Or you're riding your bike, so like, let me jump on your bike, and you're like,
come
oh,
on.
now you gotta look strong. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta keep the bike steady.
There's nothing worse than that. Like a girl gets on that you like, she's a little big, and you're like, fuck.
I remember there was a girl I didn't like.
And she got on.
Who would always want to jump on my shit. She would always want to jump on my bike, like, oh, I'm gonna jump on. I'm like, no, I'll ride faster. You might remember Tamika's friend?
A lot.
You remember Tamika's friend? You remember her?
Rhymes with Famina. Yep.
No, remember like I remember like oh man.
Yes.
I remember one time I run into this dude with this kid Rodolfo, and they look all spiffy and nice.
Yeah.
And me and my boy Justin were just
whatever,
just bummy. And this dude, you had like a pink polo, bro.
Never forget Kanye West.
You had a pink polo with Roto. Y'all both had pink on.
Was,
like, what y'all about to do? Like, no, we just got a little
whatever
situation going on. And that was to meet that girl.
Oh yeah, probably.
That was Tamika and you know who?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Shout out to them, man.
Never forget. Who could forget?
Yeah, that was a good time,
We're
man.
kids, man. No one better.
Yeah, but I remember that shit.
Did you ever play 7 Minutes in Heaven?
No.
You never things. You guys didn't do that in high school or like middle school.
In what?
Like my first like kiss was like it was like we were in lunch and we were playing like spin the bottle. Excuse me. Oh my god, just burped. Spin the bottle, and they were like, you gotta kiss this girl, and I didn't know how to kiss. So you have to make out with her for 50 seconds, and we're gonna count.
We done spin the bottle like a couple times.
Yeah, but
like you know what it is, bro. My school was like everybody was trying to outgrow each. Like okay.
No, oh, you want to kiss her? I'm gonna fucking raw dog her.
New York City public schools are like everyone's trying to outgrown.
Well,
like, everybody wants to be grown. Like I remember like in my 7th grade class, this girl she used to smoke cigarettes. Like
7th grade?
Yes.
You're lying, Oscar. She was ripping
anyone
heaters.
that went to 210. Anyone that 210.
Ripping heaters at 7th
bro.
grade. That's insane. That's insane,
bro,
Oscar.
Yes, I remember, man. That school was. Matter of fact, the Catholic school I used to go to, St. Elizabeth, there was a dude who used to come. He was older, and he would come to impress the girls because he was from public school.
Yeah.
And he had like a whole beard. I remember being like 12, and he's like, "Yo, what up, Oscar?" And I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" And he would go and bag all the girls in my grade. He was a grown man.
That's insane. That's weird.
Smoking, bro, but he was a grown. I mean, like when I say grown man, I was 12. This dude was like
15,
18.
18?
Yeah, 17, 18.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro, and I used to be like, "Oh, what up?" Because he was trying to get in good with the,
Yeah.
So he would befriend everybody. Well, that's my son. That's my son.
Actually,
that's a New York City proverb for like.
I got him.
Like,
this is my prodigy.
Yeah,
this is my prodigy.
Guy. So, I remember fucking 210, bro. Same shit. There used to be gangs in 210, and that's a middle school, bro. That's where my daughter's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7th, 8th grade. So like these kids were like bad. And there was a girl. I'm telling you, this girl named Zenobia. She was blood. In 7th grade, smoking cigarettes.
You think that like, I don't know. I think about this a lot too. I look back.
She was always hot too. In 7th grade, I already knew she was hot.
That's crazy.
Teacher would talk to her, she would like,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I used to be like, why am I in this class? I'm pretty smart.
I think about like the things that like I was so innocent, bro. Like my first like makeout session. You know what I did? They're like, you need to kiss this girl for 30 seconds, and I was like, I got this. And then the girl they put us in a hallway. Like, all right, kiss this girl. And I did this for 30 seconds. That's what I did. I just stayed like that because I didn't know what to do.
But you learned that. You know what it is, bro? Like,
bro, I was just there, just like with this girl, just.
You know what's crazy? Like.
Just like, and then.
You've had that experience though, bro. Cause like
then
you had kids out, like you had kids talking like in my school, Like they were that and they weren't, and it's like it was so much like
Bro,
too much grown
Did
stuff
you
going
never
on.
felt like I don't know, like I had no idea what to do.
You had to fake it till you make it. Like in my school, like in public school, you have to fake everything till you make it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it was. You couldn't be like, oh, this and this and that because they will call you out on this. Everything was just fake. Like I remember I was in class one time and I used to fake dumb. Like I used to fake like I was stupid.
Oh, Oscar.
You had to, because if you were smart, they'll be like, oh, this motherfucker think he's smart. Or if I'm lying, I'm dying. In New York City public schools, if you speak somewhat correct, they'll be like, oh, he's talking white.
That's crazy.
You ever heard that before? You heard that before.
I went to a private school. It's different.
We could go into it afterwards.
Yeah.
They're like, they used to be like, you talking white. So I remember one time, I didn't know I thought we had like the ELA. So we're doing the ELA, and the teacher goes, and I was sitting in the back, and she was like, and the class is quiet. She's like, Oscar here, who plays like he's dumb, got the highest score in the class for the ELA.
She put you on blast.
And like, this motherfucking nerd. And I'm like, nah. She's like, yeah, he scored this. And I'm like, oh. She's like, so you should pay more attention in class. And I'm like,
I'll try. I got you.
I looked at her like, you trying to get me killed.
I thought we had something to
do. Yeah, that's what it was. You couldn't you had to play dumb. You couldn't be too smart. You couldn't be too dumb either.
Yeah,
like, oh, this motherfucker dumb.
Yeah.
You had to be off the radar.
Yeah.
That's what teachers, New York City public schools teach you to be off the radar. You don't want to be the flyest kid, but you don't want to be the bummest.
That's kind of like life too when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be the overachiever because then your job knows like this person will go above and beyond. You don't want to be at the bottom because then they're gonna be like, oh, this guy kind of sucks. You want to be right in the middle.
That's what.
And if you can maintain that middle balance for your entire life.
So let me ask you.
You've figured it out.
Let me ask you this: do you code switch, or what do you think code switching is?
All right, so I think
for those who don't know, we didn't explain what code switching is.
I think code switch. So I work in my media field. That could mean a lot of things, right? Like but I think code switching is like, isn't that like when you you know when to turn it on and off in different environments?
What is it though?
I don't know. That feels. I don't know how to say it. The way I am at work and the way I talk at work ain't the way I am when I'm like, what to do? You know,
basically,
yeah. Is that what that is?
Kind of like, you gotta fix. My boys be like, like when I used to work in this hospital in Long Island for like a year.
Okay.
And my boy's like, you gotta talk corporate. And I'm like, what does that even mean? He's like, bro. He's like, you don't be talking corporate? I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, bro, you gotta be like, hello, ma'am, how are you?
Yeah,
you gotta
how
talk.
are you?
And I'm like, but it's hard to talk like that. He's like, you have to. He's like, if you want to make it, you have to learn. You have to learn how to talk this way.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? And then it's like, people are like, oh, I saw something like, oh, if you code switch, you fake. No, it's literally like survival.
Yeah.
Like if I talk the way I talk.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm not gonna get employed.
Oh no, you can't. No, you can't.
You know, like I remember fucking, how was that? My current job. And some dude I'm talking to, he's from upstate New York.
Yeah.
And he's hearing me talk. He's like, stop talking like that. You're he's like, he's telling me stop talking like that. Like talk normal. And I'm like,
no, this is how it is.
What are you even saying right now?
Yeah.
He's like, you don't talk like that normal. I'm like,
no, this is it. Like, I don't tell you.
Yeah. And he's like, you don't. And I'm like, no, this is literally how I talk. Like I never knew how to talk any way other than this.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? And sometimes unfortunately, sometimes when you code switch, you get the things, and on top of that, you code switch and you're Spanish. Mm-hmm. So now you're dealing with two devils. Mm-hmm. You're dealing with how you learn how to speak English in your neighborhood, and you're low key ESL because your parents only spoke Spanish, or one of your parents spoke Spanish a lot, and now you're dealing with those things. And then most people don't understand that. It's like you really got to try hard. I think to make it. You can't be yourself. Almost.
I think that I love that you brought this up because this is something that really hits me a little bit.
It sucks.
It's like. I think the way that I think that my genuine self is when you and I are in front of mics or just by ourselves, that's who we are, right? But I know when you're at work and when I'm at work, it ain't the same. It ain't how's it go? Just living the dream.
Yeah.
Just another day in paradise. Just talking and then you're just like, oh man. But now it's messed up. Right?
It's fucked up because you can't even sometimes I keep conversations to a minimum because I know it's gonna.
Yeah, a slip. Yeah.
Or sometimes I'll be at work and I get really comfortable. And I'll be like, oh shit.
Nah, do you ever
They heard it.
You ever you're ever at work and like you're talking all proper, you're like, oh yeah, we're but then you know another person's like doing it too, and then when you're by yourself, you're like, man, yo, fuck this shit. Like this shit's crazy. Cause you know you're like, yo, come on, it's like we're both out here, like you know we're.
So like you know what it is, even you know what I do? I got to a point where like I was like weary about everybody, so I'll talk to everybody like a certain way.
Yeah.
Cause I don't want no one to be like.
He
You
switches up.
know, he really not like that. So I just be like, whatever. I just talk the normal way, and then like I noticed too. I do it with my parents, even speaking Spanish.
Oh yeah.
You know, I coach with like my boys. I'll be like, de lo mío, que lo que. And then with my parents, I'll be like, oh, hola, saludos, ¿cómo están?
¿Cómo están? Todo bien, sí.
Todo bien. Or like I meet somebody's family. I'm like, sí, no, todo está bien.
I think
Very correct.
Oh yeah.
Throw my S's in there.
Oh no, when you were with the boys, you're like, estamos aquí encendido. Yeah. Hola, abuela, ¿cómo estás? Sí, todo bien, sí, gracias a Dios. Aquí
like with my girl's parents, like, oh, ¿cómo te va en el trabajo? Sí, me va muy bien.
They speak Spanish, it's just parents.
Yeah, her mother speaks very good Spanish. And her dad too, but her dad speaks English.
Okay.
Really good English. But I'd be like, oh, sí, todo está bien.
Sí, todo bien, gracias a Dios, aquí trabajando.
And like, sabe otro día.
Gracias a Dios.
La batalla.
La batalla.
Oh, sí. Wow, español tuyo es tan bueno, man.
So that's like what's me and Val's mom.
Oh yeah,
dude. Me and Val's mom.
All parents, you gotta be like.
Oh yeah, super proper. But now I just be like, I'm lit. Like how do you?
Even with my parents, I don't be talking like that with my parents.
Oh no.
One thing I do with my parents, I'll talk Spanish the way they talk to me, but I don't listen to certain music around my parents. I don't want them to look at me like.
I put some fucking Karol G song the other day.
Oh, you're tripping. You're tripping.
I didn't mean to.
Karol G's like.
I didn't mean to.
She be saying some wild.
Yo, I put on some Karol G, and my mom was like, "Why?" Like, oh, moviendo el panty. I was like, all right. I was like, you know, there's nothing worse than that. Right. Like, what do you like? There's no worse feeling when you're watching a movie and there's a sex scene that comes on, and your parents like next to you. And
I remember watching this is a true story. Titanic.
Yeah.
My parents like, oh, I'm gonna take you guys to the movies to watch a movie about something that really happened in the world. Una película que pasó en la historia. He's like,
your dad probably thought that it was like.
It's so funny. My dad's like, esto pasó en la vida real. It's like this boat, like this huge boat. It was created, it was erected, and it was supposed to go from London to New York. And he's like, this is a true story. All this happened. And he's watching Univision, and they're talking about how much money they spent on this movie. My dad would never take my mom, me, my sister, all of us, because it was mad money. My dad was mad cheap.
Yeah.
So he took us all to the movie theater. We all watched this. I'm like in first or second grade. Or third, I don't even know. So we're all in the movie theater watching this movie. My dad thinks it's a history movie, because my dad's a history buff.
Uh-huh.
And then he sees the scene. Where Rose
and Jack just go off in the back of a car.
Having sex in the car with, remember the hand? Yo, I kid you not, my dad left us.
What do you mean he left? He just got up and walked away.
My dad walked up and got out the movie theater. And he's like, que ratería. Me voy. He left. And I'm like, what's going on? Why is my dad leaving?
and
afterwards, after the movie ended 2 hours later, my dad was like, que maldita película, que porquería. My dad's going off in the car. He's like, eso no pasó. And I'm like,
maybe. I'm like, it could have. Like, you'd be like, Dad, it could have.
My dad was so pissed.
Yeah.
And he's like, eso no es una película como Saving Private Ryan.
Oh my God.
Es una buena película. And I'm like, or Pearl Harbor. My dad was so disappointed. Pearl Harbor. He saw the because my dad loves history.
Yeah.
So my dad saw the trailer. He's like, oh, great movie. When they start shooting the boat.
Oh yeah.
Then he sees a love scene. He's like, otra película.
They just got to throw sex into everything.
My dad hates that. I remember one time we're in DR. We're driving around. He puts his radio station on, and they're playing the song "Ven Bailalo," and they start going like, "Dale, dale, my dad." My dad punches the radio. Dad's like, "Maldita vaina."
That's you.
¿Dónde está la música buena? I'm like,
bro, that's you.
I remember like the whole buzzkill. I was like 16. I'm like, oh,
I'm good.
now I gotta listen to silence because he broke the radio. It was a rented car. He broke the radio. So my dad is very by the book. So I was like, it was like two different lives. Almost like living two different lives. Yeah. Like people see me in school, and then I get home, I'm like a fucking
saint. Yeah. You have to. Like, I don't think that. I think like because the thing is, my school was different like that. Like I was an idiot at school. I was an idiot at home. It didn't fucking matter. It was more when I got to corporate, like I had somebody in corporate tell me that. I'll never forget my boy Paul.
Yeah.
I got into my first corporate job, and I come in there, and you know I'm talking a little bit of slang, whatever. And one day we're by ourselves at lunch. He's like, "Yo, my man," and he's Colombian. He's like, "Yo, Colombian, you're wrong with your son." He's like, "Yo, my man, you can't be doing that."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yo, my man, they're gonna catch on." He's like, "You can't." He's like, because he was like, "We're not supposed to be here." He was
Oh
like-
my God.
He's like, "We ain't supposed to be here." He's like, "We're not supposed to be here, bro. Like, don't give him a reason."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like,
Don't give him no ground balls.
Pretty much. He's like, "Don't give him a reason. Like, we're not
People
supposed
don't
to."
understand that.
They don't get that.
Because like
Being Hispanic and working in a corporate environment or a professional environment, like we're not supposed to be there.
you can only use slang when it's accepted by the mass.
Oh yeah,
Like
lit.
when lit now,
Lit.
everybody be like, "Oh, that's lit," and you be
No.
like,
Oh,
"Oh,
now
I
I
remember
can-
I used to use lit, and I used to look at me like, what?
Yeah.
What does that mean?" Now everybody
Or
be like,
fire.
That's lit.
We're
Oh
saying
yeah,
fire. It's fire.
that's dope. And when you first said it, people were like, "What the fuck?"
No.
And then now everybody like, "That's dope." Or like all these words, once it becomes
Mm-hmm.
accepted by the mass, you can use them. Before,
No, that's one of the
You would
main
look
things.
crazy.
I'll never forget, like working in corporate at a young age. Like both of you,
Yeah.
you and I both out of college. We were fortunate enough. We started working in corporate, and they were like, I had someone that was like, "Yo, we're not supposed to be here. So
Yeah.
don't like." He's like, "Don't fuck it up for the rest of us. Like, don't start speaking slang. Keep it to yourself. Know how to speak, and then." As you get higher in your career, like you can like kind of let it go a little bit.
that's like once you know that you can't be,
Yeah.
out, you're more of an asset.
Oh yeah.
But even then, you're still like.
Oh, still, because they're
You're
looking
always
for-
on guard
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're looking to cancel you out.
Oh, yeah.
You already have 2 strikes. People don't understand that, but like sometimes you would realize that like when you're talking to someone and something slips, they look at you like
Oh yeah.
they look at you like you had like you
yeah.
killed somebody. Like, oh, he's different.
Yeah.
So you gotta just play the game. Just
Oh, yeah.
play the game.
It's
People be like, and then people be like, oh, you gotta keep it real.
Nah, you can't.
Even the people that say keep it real don't keep it real. That's the sad part about it. Because like
Yeah.
sometimes I'd be like trying to keep it real, and then I see them doing their best impression. I'd be like, oh,
It ain't like that.
Okay.
It ain't like that. Especially like I
just
get
stop talking. I just keep my talking to a minimum.
in my field.
That's what I do.
In my field, I've learned that from you. And where I work, it's very like I do my job to the best of my abilities. And like the one thing I will say, it's like I'm not in sales, but I have to be like, this is what we bring to the table
Yeah.
for a lot of people. I'm good at that. I'm like, listen, I know I'm good at what I do, but I also know like how to pull it back when I need to.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to like talk and all that, which is, and I hate that at times, because like there'll be times I'll be with Val and she'll be like, "What was that?" And I was like, "I don't know what." She's like, "What was like that ain't you like
Yeah.
that what?" Like, and I'm just like, "Yeah, that girl like that's."
You
But
have to be that way. But it's like you can't.
but that's wrong.
You have to survive. If we're in a different society,
Yeah.
it would be more accepted. But you got to just play the game. It's sad, but you know.
I think that's crazy though, but you know it's wrong. Like I know.
You know,
wrong.
it's definitely wrong. But it's like, if you're trying to keep it real,
Yeah.
you're gonna be by yourself. If everyone's be like, keep it real,
Can't
keep
do
it.
that.
You can't. You gotta play the game to change the game.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't. You can't sit on the sidelines and complain because you're not gonna make no change.
Mm-mm.
Like, what I hate now is when someone sees me, you know, and they talk to me a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, my biggest pet peeve if someone goes like, someone that's obviously not Hispanic, like, dímelo, and I'm like,
Yeah, come on, dog. Like, what are we doing, man?
like, come on, bro. Like, how do you not even speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Or like the other day, some Dominican dude came up to me. He's Dominican,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, but like he talked to someone else, very correct. Like, oh, showed him all respect. Like,
Everything.
oh, how are you, sir? And he
Yeah.
saw him like
Yeah.
right next to me. He's like, you know how it is for us. I'm like,
Come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
bro, why are you giving him more respect than you gave me? Because
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like he's like,
Yeah.
and be like, oh, that's because it's a comfort level. No, bro. It's not because of comfort level. You just,
You know.
yeah.
But that's like years of it too, which is like something that we're trying to combat in this country. Like we don't want to. We're not political guys.
Well, we're not political guys at all. I mean, hey, man, just all I'll say is
We'll keep it a buck though. Like I know that when I go to work, I know when Oscar goes to work.
Yeah.
When Oscar calls me at work and I'm like, and I call him, I'm like, I know we're on work time. Like we can't talk about.
Oh, yeah, sometimes he'll be like, hey, because Ronald always does this.
Oh, let me hear what you're about to say.
Ronald will be like, hey, good morning, sunshine. I'll be like, bro, come on. I do.
Oh, happy Monday. How are we?
Yeah, he'll be like, hey. I'm like, oh, okay. And then when he, or like sometimes someone else will call me and they'll be like, yo, And my cousin will call. I don't know if you spoke to my cousin on the phone. My cousin talks crazy. He'd be like, "Yo, son, someone hit my car," and I'd be like,
Can we
"Yeah,
not?
word, bro.
That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna give you a call back in 5 minutes."
Yeah.
And then I call him like, "Yo, how you been, bro?" And then we you know chop it up. But yeah, code switching happens.
It's a real thing.
Everyone does it, and
It
I
happens.
think the reason why I code switch with my parents though is because I'm showing them respect. Like I'm not talking to them like a child, but like my friend. I'm talking to them like an elder.
Yeah.
Someone I you know. Now at work I do it because like you don't know me like that. That's how I look at it now. That's how I carry it. Like,
Okay.
we're not cool like
We're
that.
not there. We're not there.
We're not there like that, so I can't, you know, I only talk to people like that who I'm there with.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
I respect that.
And vice versa. I'm pretty sure they're the same way. I'm pretty sure they talk a certain way when I'm not around.
Oh, yeah,
They
for
probably code switch. I don't know. Do they go through that? Do you have code switch at work?
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
How many of y'all need to change your personality for the profession you have? That's a real question. Let's talk about it. Hey, listen.
Don't steal that either.
Please don't. Don't.
Please don't.
Team, we love y'all. Thank you so much. Another episode. Keep the support coming. 200 plus streams every episode, which is wild. We're
And,
here for it.
I like the people that go back and listen to our old shit.
Oh, you're the best. Oh, you're the best.
Because, like, you know, like, this is one dude. I think he listens to us a lot. There's like, no, there's a couple people that show us a lot of love.
Yeah. It means the world.
Yeah. They always repost our shit. And
means
they're
the
always
world.
commenting and, like, interacting with us, which is great. And just thank you. Thank you for all that shit, man.
I love it.
10,000. Remember, that's the promise.
We're actually.
We gotta do. If we do that like that, I told my cousin the other day. I'm like, yo, so technically, if we hit 10K,
All right, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a
we gotta do
question.
an event.
Let me ask you a question. When all is said and done, a year from now, 3 months from now, 10 years from now, whenever this podcast ends, would you ever get a FKB like
no tattoo?
Just-
No.
like less? You wouldn't get an FKB.
No, I'll get like a chain.
You wouldn't get like a thing like on the side of your like a little one, like on the side, like right here. You wouldn't get like a little.
No.
Really?
No.
To just be.
I'll do a chain. I'll do like a chain.
Not a chain.
I'll do like.
That's
I
even
wanna
worse.
I want to do merch, but I wouldn't do that.
You
like,
wouldn't
I mean, like a cute little.
What
chain.
if I got you on the upper thigh where no one would ever see it? Like super small.
I have no tattoos.
Clean. I got one on my leg, but like.
No, I'm not against tattoos. I'm just that's my.
You really wouldn't.
That's
do
the fight I'm fighting. The no tattoo and
Little-
tattoo.
oh,
Every
what-
dude you know has.
how
what?
about this?
Nose piercing, 2 ear.
Who the hell has a nose piercing? I knew a guy who had his nipple pierced. That was kind of crazy. I know a guy who has a sun around his nipple, and he tells girls, "Do you want to taste the sun?" And it works for him. Have a great episode, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all.